So this is the SECCHI imagery from when they first launched the satellite. As you can see, the date and time stamp is 2007, April 24th. As well, you can see an unusual picture here. The pictures today from H12A no longer has this baffle. Now, how do they remove that? Oh, I know. They must have sent the Geek Squad up there to that bird and got in there and removed that. And heck, the guy didn't get this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's get serious. Now, I have turned down the speed on this. It's 1/10 of normal. And we're going to do this in a couple of different light spectrums. But to kind of get you orientated so you can see what's taking place here, the lens flare theory people will try to tell you that this camera apparently is of such poor quality and of such a poor make that it is susceptible to such terrible equipment failure and aperture failures that the lens flares are everywhere. Yeah, it's not. Quit buying the Kool-Aid. Quit drinking the Kool-Aid. So let's do this in a very slow manner and let's watch. How anyone in their right mind of any intelligence of a peanut wants to tell me or you that that's a lens flare. Well, I tell you what, Bubba, you know what? I didn't fall off the truck yesterday, and this isn't my first rodeo either. You need to get real with yourself. What you're seeing is things that you don't want to accept. In fact, most of humanity doesn't want to accept. What we're seeing in here is a real phenomenon of not a natural phenomenon. Now, while you're watching that, did you notice what happened over here? Where did that come from? Oh, yeah, another lens flare. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take this out, and we're going to let the clip finish playing out. Look at that. Remarkable, is it not? And we can't find the footage behind this. As you can see, this was over a long transition period. This was not something that happened in a day. It wasn't something that happened in a week. It was something that took months. And again, you have to look at these two baffles. Now this is the 3D imager, and it can a lot of times give you a view. Look at this. I marvel at this. I mean, I don't know about you, but I look at this and I say to myself, lens flare. We're seeing technology, and why the perfect cross? This looks like Ezekiel's will. If you go back and are a studier of the Old Testament, does that not look like Ezekiel's will? And look at this. I'm going to stop this. I don't know about you, but that looks to me like a shield, a solar shield. I don't know. Drawing energy. It's quite fascinating when you stop and you look at this. And I just marvel. Look at that. Now, folks, you're intelligent. You can tell that this is no lens flare. We're seeing something here, folks. And I'm going to put this out there. They've been here. And our government, and I believe the other governments of the world, look at that. Would you just look at what is unfolding here? Just marvelous. And again, look at this. Is that just not amazing? Now this next one will really help bring this out. Watch this, folks. Look at it. It clearly is ejecting something out. And that is clearly a wheel, a spoke, a cross, whatever you want to say. Look at that. You know, I look at this and I'm as a child in awe. Get a couple of stills of this. This is just amazing. Look at that, folks. Just look at that. Now this next filter will absolutely blow your mind. And I'm not going to say a word. Well, folks, I just don't know how you I can understand trying to rationalize it because it's disconcerting, troublesome. Now we'll put this into the more into the infrared spectrum, but here again, look at that. We're witnessing a technology that, and there's anyone, listen, I understand the theory of physics. You can make anything happen, prove anything out. And listen, I have to be a rational man and say, okay, there very well could be a natural explanation for this. I don't know what it is, never read about it, don't even see it much discussed other than the fact that they try to slam anyone down who brings this out. In fact, I have been told that people kind of disappear for bringing this stuff out. But listen, I'm not going to buy that. Personally, I think that they leave it out there and it's like anything else. There's a diamond field there in Arkansas. You can go and pay your fee during the day. You can go out there, as you know, and they found some pretty big diamonds out there. But fact is, you have to dig for it. I ain't going to get up there and just say, oh, here you go. Now we'll play this last time in the natural light. I'm still having it slowed down. But you have to admit, it's the most spectacular. I remember seeing the space shuttle. I lived in Austin, Texas for quite a few years, ran a couple of companies there, and had the privilege of seeing the space shuttle come over 3 times. And each time the plasma field that it left behind was just incredible. And this is what this kind of reminds me of. But folks, there you go. It's out there. If you think we're alone, I don't know. That's fine. If that comforts you, then stay there. You know, waking up is a very painful process, like birth is. And the problem is that when you become aware and you awaken, things are very disorientating to you. You're having to free your mind and understand so much about what you have been taught was by design and purpose, that there is so much more that is going on. Those of us who are awake, and as we begin to awake others, it spreads. But I can tell you, I've had a lot of people just flat tell me they don't want to be awake. So, folks, you interpret this for yourself, and whatever conclusion you come with is fine. I just want to show this to you. Again, I marvel at this, and, well, I got to tell you, they're here.